Welcome to a departure from the usual. We have a Dungeons and Dragons horror story today. Get into it. After last night's D&D session, I felt compelled to share this absolute train wreck of a game. This was supposed to be a fun escape in our ongoing campaign, but it turned into what can only be described as the worst night of D&D I've ever experienced. We've been playing this campaign for almost 6 months now. Our group consists of 5 players, and our DM, Dave, is usually pretty good. But last night, something was off from the start. Dave had this weird, unsettling grin when he told us that tonight's session was going to be unforgettable. That's usually not ideal, but see how it goes. We were in the middle of a quest to retrieve a powerful artifact known as the Orb of Light from the ruins of an ancient temple. The artifact was supposed to bring prosperity to the village suffering from endless night due to a cursed eclipse. Pretty standard D&D stuff. Things started going downhill the moment we entered the temple. Dave made every room trigger one or more traps, not just simple snares or pit traps. We're talking over-the-top, elaborate death machines that seemed more at home in a Saw movie than a D&D campaign. That's the word. A good trap should be solvable, but difficult, but every room, no way. Every step we took required us to make near impossible deck saves. It felt like he was actively trying to kill our characters. Mind you, we are level 5 at this point. 5th level? That's... I mean, traps are good around 5th level. Players start to get extra attack. But, like, you should have some enemies mixed in there for a good dungeon. After about an hour after entering, Sarak, seems like it might be a typo, our wizard, cast Detect Magic to see if there are any telltale auras to help us not trigger these traps. Alright. Dave just waved her off and said, "The magic is too ancient and overwhelms your senses, leaving you blinded for the next hour of gameplay. No save, no warning." That's a crock of BS, frankly. I mean, from a DM's perspective, that sounds like Dave is making up the traps on the fly and doesn't want to have to go through the extra thought process of describing the traps before the wizard's able to find them. Whatever. We finally reached the chamber of the Orb of Light, and we're down most spell slots thanks to healing magic, and everyone is about half health. Inside, we were not greeted by a guardian or a puzzle. Instead, Dave had us face a lich. Yep, that's right. Yes, a full-powered lich against a party of level 5 adventurers. It was a massacre. I would be. I'm pretty sure he actually made it more powerful also. Well, you know, because liches are notoriously underpowered enemies. The lich didn't just beat us, it toyed with us, and Dave seemed to relish describing every gory detail of our character's suffering, going so far as to counterspell our attempts to escape or heal with the little resources we had left. Yeah, that's just not good D&D. Suffice to say, this was a brutally unfair TPK. Yeah, I would. I'd talk to Dave about this. Jeez. Dave revealed that it was all a dream, triggered by the artifact to test our worthiness. That's right, we spent 4 hours in a nightmare scenario that had no consequence or relevance to our overall story. That's the word. Like, I mean, I guess it's your characters aren't dead, but it's the worst kind of do-over button on top of all of it also. It feels like maybe Dave realized partway through the night that he screwed up and tried to figure out how he could possibly correct it. The table went silent. Mike, our usually chill barbarian, lost it. He accused Dave of wanting to go on a power trip without any regard for our enjoyment or input. That's what that is. What do you mean talk when the next session would be? Talk about when the next session would be. I love D&D, but last night just felt like a waste in and out of game. Well, I would say so. No D&D is better than bad D&D a lot of the times, and maybe these are friends, maybe they're coworkers that you can't really avoid, but if you have other gaming opportunities, that would be probably the way to go here, because it seems like Dave, maybe he didn't have anything planned for the night and he just had to try to throw something together. Benefit of the doubt, but I mean, benefit of the doubt at that point, then you throw a battle royale to your players, or arena cage fight or something in town, or fighting pits, like something fun for the players to involve each other with, as opposed to you needing to run traps and dungeons, which take a lot of prep work. So, I mean, it seemed like Dave just wanted the excuse to be on the winning side for a change, as opposed to having his monsters slaughtered. But that's not a good DM. I wouldn't play with Dave based on this. Oh, that concludes our horror story for today. I hope you enjoyed. And if you like this type of content, I'll be trying to do more of them. See you in the next one.